Welcome, all you Barlow lovers from around the world to Baxter's Blades. You're entering the Tiger Pit. Row! Well, it's Friday, and I see a Barlow here. So you know what that means? One more Barlow! One more apple! Ha ha ha! That's right. Baxter's going healthy. Just kidding. There you go. Yes, Friday. Let's crack a coldie and check out an Arthur Wright and Son Barlow, one that I've been looking for since the beginning. But first, let's check out this beer. You may recognize it. Cerveza Modelo Especial. In a bottle. Baxter, I thought you drank IPAs. Yeah, well, I do, but I didn't have anything really new, and I haven't featured this beer. Out of all the Mexican beers, this was never really my favorite. I really liked Pacifico was a good one. But recently I tried this again, and I think they changed the recipe. Or maybe it's better in a bottle. It is 4.4 alcohol by volume. A good, refreshing Mexican, I guess you'd call it Pilsner style beer. So since I have a bottle and I have the Beer Tender by Bear & Son, how do I know it's a beer tender? Well, it says right there, Beer Tender. What a great Barlow. They may still be available at Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Let's crack it open. Yes, I picked up this Arthur Wright and Son Clip Point Barlow. I'd been looking for this one from the beginning. I picked up a Stag, I picked up an Ebony, I picked up a natural canvas micarta, but they were always sold out of these. And it was Steven Sanctified Leather had one for sale and a really good price. So I jumped on it. Did I need it because I had all those? Well, no, not really, but the Rosewood is very nice. Let me take a sip of beer, being Friday. Crisp and refreshing. Yes, the Rosewood. I have a few others in Rosewood, but not the Clip Point. And these used to run, geez, $30. Now then they went up to like $35. And I think I recently checked and they're about $37, but again, still sold out. Arthur Wright and Son Barlow, Sheffield, England, 3 5/8 inches close, so a little bit larger than your average Barlow, over 3.5 inches. We have Arthur Wright, Sheffield, England, stamped in the tang. It is C70 carbon steel, which I do believe is comparable to a like 1070 carbon steel. It's just the Sheffield, England. So, it will get patina. It is a satin brushed finish. It will corrode and will rust, so keep oil on it. I generally use like food safe oil. This is from Ken's Last Chance Knives, which he can be found on Etsy, and he changed the name of his channel. And sometimes I will even use his beeswax leather wood conditioner and rub it on the blades. You'll see on my other blades like a wax coating to keep them from rusting. So let's check out this beautiful clip point. No swedging, nice long nail nick. Thank you so much, Steven, for selling this to me. Fantastic price. Like I said, I've been looking for one forever. And, well, I'm glad you were selling it. I'm glad I got it in time because you were selling a few other Sheffield knives that I missed out on and I really wanted. But great size for the hand. Good four-finger grip. It swells down here toward the back end, and it just really fills the hand both ways. Very nice. No half stops. Great snap. If you don't know, it's about a 9 pull, maybe an 8. but came very sharp. Let's take a look at the pile side. Very nice, smooth pins. Not really much a gap. You kind of see a little gap here, but when I held it up to light, I didn't really see any light. Blade centering was pretty decent. You do notice that the tip curls a little bit, and that's nothing new. I've had that happen with a few of my others. I will show you. So I guess to start it off, I'll show you my very first one. I wanted to pick up one of these. They were out. I went for the Stag. He's like, I ordered it because he said he had one in stock. This would be James and Company, and he didn't. So he threw this one in at the same price. This is my Stag with file work to the back and file work to the back of the spine there. You can see the wax on the blade. Yes, a little bit different tang stamp. I think these were running about in the 90s, but he threw it in for the same price. You got Sheffield, handmade, England. Do believe this was done by Ashley. I have no hard evidence. And the Stag back then wasn't the best looking Stag, but Stag. I love how this is really fat and this kind of wine glass is in. It feels really good in the hand. Probably more left hand than right. It just feels good in the hand. So there's my first. And, well, I went back to look for the Rosewood. I'll put the blade out here. And they didn't have them. So I settled for the ebony. I think these are sold out right now. And we're about $40, so a little bit more. So I had no problem. I was really happy to get a wood ebony clip point. You can see the wax on the blade. Clip point Barlow. This one is the same. Tang stamp, Arthur Wright, Sheffield, England. Nice strong pull. So I don't know. I spent about $5 to $10 more than the Rosewood, but like I said, they're out. They would get some of these in, and they just go like that because it's a very affordable, budget-friendly, hard use, good working Barlow with no shield, no stamp on the front bolster. That's how they roll in Sheffield. Let's check out the ebony on this pile side. Very dark, very nice. So I had two. And, well, Twisted Assist came out with these. I couldn't jump on it fast enough. Thank you, Slip Joint Sawyer. Oh, this one's like an 11 pull. Natural canvas micarta. This is USA made canvas micarta that they put on these. You can see, I'm wondering if it's been recycled. You can see the color and the teeners to it. This has a different tang stamp. You have Sheffield and the Twisted Assist dude in a gas mask. Oh man, this one is exceptionally made. Even this tip kind of hairline curls over the left. This one, hairline curls over the left. It's very interesting. When I first got it, I was like, oh man, this blade's bent. Maybe I should bend it. Well, carbon steel, I didn't want to break the tip off. But this Ashley, with the file work, perfectly straight. So this isn't the only one. And so, yeah, Steven got it. I'm sure he's enjoyed it, probably rotating his knives around, trying to get some GECs, and decided to sell this. So I'm very happy to get this. Thank you so much, Steven. Much appreciated. But these aren't the only Barlows I have from Arthur Wright & Son. I was gifted one from Slip Joint Sawyer at Blade Show, Texas. That was a Taylor Eyewitness. Thank you so much for that. A good working Barlow, different clip point blade. And then also he had found this, the Moonraker exclusive. Now this isn't a clip point. blade centering, nice tip, but I figured I'd throw it in there. You can see how the bolsters are the same length. This handle is different. You can see it doesn't swell as much, but just fantastic, good workman's Barlows. I call them child-proof pole because the pole is like, this one's an 11. No kid could pick this up and open it, I don't believe. Maybe. But they don't have locking blades over there in the UK, so this would be the next best thing. Ooh, I'm getting some magnetism there. Beer break. Yeah, well, I'm gonna have to do a video chopping up this apple. I usually peel them, but maybe I will chop this up to get some tieners on another blade. And well, with the beer tender out here, that's 6 Barlows. Where's the 6-pack, Baxter? Well, we're not going that crazy. Let's get these out of here. It's always been known as one more Barlow, one more beer. Inspired by my friend Dave Parsons. We'd be hanging out at a friend's house and be like, yeah, you know, it's time to go. You guys all have a good night. And he would scream, one more beer! Party animal that he is. Okay, well, let's do a little comparison to a case Barlow. This is 2 blades. You can find these clip points with a pen blade now. They are a little bit more expensive, and I do believe they are available at James & Company, All About Pocket Knives. You can find that seller there. Great seller, west coast of Oregon. Little comparison with a case Barlow. 3 5/8. This is 3 3/8, so a 1/4 inch difference. Cutting edge. Whoa, what am I doing there? You can see the case Barlow has a shorter blade, a longer bolster, a shorter handle, and blade stock. Arthur Wright, thicker blade stock for sure. This would be true sharp stainless steel, which I do believe is 420 high carbon. Can get really sharp. This will get a patina. Definitely oil it. Wow, that's a lot of Barlows. Thank you for joining me in the Tiger Pit. I appreciate you all. Hopefully I can get a video out for Saturday, maybe Sunday. I'm pushing it here. But I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. You all stay sharp, be kind, and take chances. Take care.